Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 4 of Let's Play Code Lyoko The Quest for Infinity on the PlayStation 2. So for this video I'm doing something a little different, partially because I'm being really lazy and partially because I just kind of want to show you how many little things I have to cut out of each one of these different segments to get it down to a decent size for YouTube. And these are still the shorter missions at the beginning of the game, so this video is only going to be almost 9 minutes, but this is completely unedited, uncut footage, so... And I didn't have to do too many things like check upgrades or anything for this point, so... there were a few cutscenes in here I didn't skip while I was actually making the video recording footage quite some time back, so... Yeah, one of the major reasons I need to go back through and cut things out is because these loading screens take a while. Like, in the realm of 5 to 10 seconds, which is quite a bit of time that I can easily use for something else. So, this stage here is a basic platforming stage. Our objective now is to find the tower in the desert sector to get coordinates for the main tower of the desert replica. Now, I kind of racked my brain about this for a little while, but I think the reason behind why this would make some kind of sense is because if Xana copied the sectors exactly, which if he were in a hurry and making hundreds of replicas, he would kind of have to be. Well, I don't know exactly how long it would take him to make the replicas, but considering he has to somehow secure each supercomputer in the process, it might take a while. But if he just copies them exactly, then technically you could find the data for where the main tower is in any individual sector of Lyoko. And it would match up, I guess. There I kind of make a mistake. I'm not actually supposed to go to that section until later, because this was a branching path, so the game's designed so that you don't necessarily have to have the cat jump to do this stage yet. After this stage, though, the two powers that you get in that stage and this stage you actually will need to continue on. Yes, we get a new power in this stage. This yellow rock here is kinda in the way. Well, maybe. Seems like there's a clear path through the center over there. Really like to get what's behind that rock, though. And despite Odd's awesomeness, apparently he can't break through yellow rocks. Kinda strange. Oh well. So here we have a bunch of enemies show up, the metal ones that only Ulrich can kill, and then a gate blocks our progress. So we go through here to pick up a data pack for a new power. An Ulrich triplicate. I assume he said an Ulrich triplicate rather than its Ulrich's triplicate ability, because there's 3 of them or something. I mean, it is triplicate. Whatever. You obviously don't need to go to the energy well at this point, because there's no way you could have used a power before this point, and so there's no reason you would have to refill your energy. But the triplicate is a fun ability because it's actually useful in combat, which, out of all the powers in the game, each character has one power that requires energy, and that one potentially is useful in combat, but out of all of those, triplicate and Yumi's telekinesis are the 2 that are actually the most interesting. Yeah, I failed there. Run a little too far. There's some parts where I fail a lot worse later, though. So this section here, just got a few enemies, and there's some more of the metal ones that I can't kill without Ulrich, so I just say, screw it, and forget about them. Get shot in the back for my troubles. Oh well. Anyway, we're almost to the tower. So we got a few enemies showing up, including, I don't think we've actually had Mega Tanks show up yet, if I remember correctly. But yeah, the Mega Tanks can be among the most annoying enemies in the game, because it's kind of how the AI behaves when you're near it. Like, if you're close to it, sometimes it'll roll towards you. Like, I killed these ones pretty easily, but there are some later that'll take more time. If it's close to you, it might roll. If you're close to it, it might roll towards you, or it might try to shoot at you, and each time it opens up, if you hit it, it closes back up again. Something somebody pointed out in one of the comments for this was why she does this backflip thing it's because she really is coming straight up underneath the center platform, and if she didn't do a backflip, or at least move back somehow, she would bang her head against the center platform. I'm kind of saddened that I didn't notice that, because I like paying attention to little details like that. But, so we've deactivated that tower, and we're moving on to Sector 5, for reasons. To decode data. And another loading screen. There are much worse megatanks that you'll see later on, like the ring megatanks, and then the indestructible megatank, which I have to say, honestly, that was a pretty good idea for the programmers to create a new type of enemy. Oh yeah, we also get to see the beam creepers here. The ones that just fire a continuous beam of energy. Take out a couple of them here because I guess I just got annoyed by the fact that I didn't jump and avoid them, so I don't like to waste my time fighting the enemies in this game because you don't really have to in most sequences. There are a few places you have to, but I actually have gone through this game at least one time where I did not kill anything that didn't need to be killed. I just avoided every enemy that was possible, and I was still able to upgrade just about everything by the time I reached the end, because the strange thing is, when you leave an area, and by the way, anything that doesn't need to be killed means I didn't shoot at these either. You'll see why that's a bad idea in a few seconds. But, effectively, after you leave an area, if you go far enough forward, sometimes the enemies will actually just explode way behind you, and their point things will fly up, and you'll get their points anyway. I'm not entirely sure why, but either way. So that opens that door, which we will now be going through to hit a save point. And we have to kill a bunch of creepers, including the beam types. The Kankerlot kamikazes are not that bad early on, but much later in the game they start sending them after you on narrow platforms, because apparently the creators of the game somewhere along the way realized killing you by doing damage to you isn't really going to work in most of the platforming stages once you become a really good player of the game. So the easiest way for them to kill you is to do damage to you while you're at the edge of a platform and cause you to fall off into a pit, which will kill you, of course. Falling into the digital sea, I guess, would do that. So, we're pretty much done with this stage now. Yeah, it was really fast, but so this is basically what an entire thing amounts to, and I just couldn't cut enough stuff out of this for the last video to actually make it work for both missions in a single video, or else I would have. So, in any case, we're just about done with the video here, so I will get to working on cutting the next mission down to size soon enough, and thank you all for watching.
Cool, you're back. I'll transfer the
and
data to the supercomputer. That should let us locate the main tower in the desert replica. Well,
I guess I will
the files are sure to
do another one of these shortly.
What? Super.
The data's not in code.
Even in code. I've got the
Seems kinda suspicious to me. I'm sure it's nothing. Well, in any case, I will make another one of these soon. Thank you for watching, and so long.